Not even kidding, this is my all-time favorite BL. The art style is the best I have ever seen. The characters are great. The dialogue is good. Everything about this is amazing. About a boy, not kidding, a boy who sells his soul in order to cannibalize a demon. And it has absolutely amazing colors. I'm not sure, but I think they're watercolors. I'll include a picture on screen somewhere around here. The art style is so good. This video is a companion video to my BL video essay. If you're interested in more Boyslove content, go check that out. Originally, my video idea was to review my entire collection, but that turned into a horrible slog because I have too many BLs. My bestie had the great idea that I should just review my favorite BLs, so that's what I'm doing. Just so that y'all have an idea what my criteria of, I like sweet slice of life with a very, very limited amount of fucking. I haven't really interacted that much with the fandom side of BL, so I am A, really scared about how this video will be received, and B, from what I've been able to tell, a lot of people who do read BL are looking for something different than what I'm looking for, so just so that it's been said, I also have strong issues with how consent is handled in BL, so that is a major factor in my evaluation. This list is sorted by random pile on my desk that I'm pulling books from, so it's not alphabetical or anything else. Although, for my original planned video, I did alphabetize my entire collection, and I want that to be mentioned. A lot of these books will have German titles because I live in Germany and I buy my books locally, which you should too. Whenever possible, I will try to give an English title, but if it's not possible, then it's just going to be the German title. Dojinshi Desires. This story is about a gay manga artist that has kind of lost his passion for his artwork and meets up with a friend or acquaintance from school that has become a really famous idol. When I first bought the story, it kind of fell through the cracks and it was just laying in my shelf wrapped in plastic for about a year. I read it for the first time when I decided to review my entire BL collection. Just to get a start on it, I really like the artwork in this one. There's a really lovely level of detail and both the main characters are cute in their own way. The story also pleasantly surprised me. The setting is different from the usual two guys in a dead-end job or university. What I also appreciated was the total lack of, oh, he would never love me because I'm a man, which is very common in a lot of BLs. This manga is part of a series, but I only have part 1, so I can't really comment on how it goes, but part 1 is great. Bis 2 Uhr morgens bin ich dein. From what I can tell, this book isn't available in English. The title roughly translates to I'm yours until 2 a.m. The story is about a guy that has a crush on a friend of his, but then suffers an accident that prevents him from forming new memories. You may be thinking, that sounds like some bullshit, but it's a real thing and it's called anterograde amnesia. The story of the manga is really well made. It starts off with the two dudes fucking and then goes back before the accident. It works really well because it gets you hooked and then boom, the accident happens and you're suddenly figuring it out alongside the main character. The main character has a system to catch himself every day. It's 8 years after the accident and he is married to a woman and works in his parents' laundry. I really like the way that his wife is portrayed because she isn't portrayed she's portrayed as an autonomous thinking individual who made her own choices and had her own choices for marrying him. That makes the main conflict so much more interesting because if the wife were just a mean bitch, it would be a lot easier for him to just leave her. Instead, it's a real tough situation. I think it's a really interesting story, a really interesting central conflict, and really interesting characters, and I think this would be a really good story for people to read even if they aren't into BL, assuming they can get through the first few pages. Hello, our microphone died, and it's a week later, and I got a haircut. It's a mohawk. It looks pretty good from the side, but it looks really fucking weird from the front, and I'm still trying to figure that out. I got this haircut yesterday, so if you have any tips, let me know. Endlich Familie. Another one that I can't find an English title for, the title translates to Finally Family. The story is about a single dad whose wife died, so now he's taking care of their son. The dude's kind of clumsy and also just a single dad, so a friend from work helps him out occasionally watching over the son, going and getting groceries, cooking meals, stuff like that. Just so happens the guy from work is gay and is hanging around because he's hoping to start a relationship with the main character. The story is about the main guy realizing that he's catching feelings and them starting to live together as a family. One thing I love about this manga is the art style. It's just really pleasant to look at. The characters are well written, the kid's cute and behaves like an actual child, and the dialogue is overall just really well written. I don't really have that much to say about this one. It's just really sweet. The characters are well written, they behave like actual people, they have interests and things that they talk about. It's just good. Der Geschmack von Glück. I'm starting to realize how split up the BL market is. I also don't have an English title for this one, but the title translates roughly to The Taste of Happiness. This story is about a TV host that busts into people's houses at dinner time and tries out their food. The story starts with him busting into our main character's apartment, and after the first time that he visits, the TV reporter keeps coming back. I'm not sure if you can see or hear it, but there's a tree that's like collapsed in a storm or something. And every time there's a really strong wind gust, it makes these like really concerning squeaking noises. So the story is about them building up a relationship through a shared love of food and cooking. This is just another really solid BL. The art style's really good. The dialogue's good. It's kind of just a standard will they, won't they type shit, but I appreciate the different setting because usually the characters are in a dead-end office job or like a middle school or a high school, and this isn't that, and that's really nice to see. There is a second part to the series. It's about jealousy in the relationship, and it's really good too. So 1 and 2 are really good, and there may be more. I don't know. This is turning into a nature documentary. I'm going to get close up to the tree and Henri's going to film it. And we're going to see if we can get this on mic. I hope I don't die somehow because that tree is very unstable. And every time there's a really strong gust, it like fucking moves. It's all the way up there. We should get into nature documentaries. Go for it, Nakamura-kun. Not even kidding, this is my all-time favorite BL. The art style is the best I have ever seen. The characters are great. The dialogue is good. Everything about this is amazing. The story is about a guy in a school that has a crush on his classmate. The conflict of the story is that the main character is incredibly awkward. I'm talking militant levels of cringe. However, and this is important to note, he is awkward and cringe in an intended way. He's written that way. It's not that he's cringe through incredibly bad dialogue. There are a few weird bits in the story, like the main character smelling what he thinks is his crush's sweaty clothing, or a weird panel with an octopus. Do you want to see it, Henri? None of the weird stuff is ethically questionable or like a crime, and also it is portrayed in the manga as being slightly weird behavior. And just to get back at it again, the art style is so good. It's this really nice mix of a more modern style and what I think is a more 90s style, and it's got the advantages of both, and it's really good. Starting from a lie. So this one is actually less about the specific manga itself. I actually packed the wrong manga. It's about the artist, Langja. I'll put the name on screen, and I just adore the art style. First of all, I just really like the dimensions of the characters. It switches really well between a really cute and adorable style and really realistic and hot drawings. And it has absolutely amazing colors. I'm not sure, but I think they're watercolors. I'll include a picture on screen somewhere around here. The stories layered on top of the artwork are pretty okay, but I buy these mainly for the artwork. You know how you can tell this is a professional operation? Because I forgot to bring the book. Mad K. It'll be on screen. Digga, da steht Sieg Heil an der Wand. Ach du Scheiße. Das sind SS-Runen. So remember at the start when I said that I liked wholesome slice of life? Yeah, forget about that. Mad K is about a boy, not kidding, a boy who sells his soul in order to cannibalize a demon. Yeah, slightly out of line with the other BLs. And to be honest, I'm not quite sure what I like about this one. I definitely don't like it as a romance novel, but I think I might just be interested in the demonology or world building of it. But yeah, it's weird. It's not like any other BL I've ever read. The artwork is good. The characters are great. The dialogue's interesting. It's on the list. So, that's the current list. It may change in a year or two, but that's where it's at right now. If you enjoyed hearing my thoughts about BL, feel free to check out this 2-hour video essay that I made. I put a year of effort into it, and it would be really cool if you could check it out. Yep.